The other question that you were asked, and it was Ezra Klein that said this the other day, he said he was raised Zionist, and he told you that he had seen many of the same things that you had in Palestine, and he doesn't think that Israel is committed to democracy because millions can't vote, but he also called your book an artifact that's out of your control and will be the biggest selling version of the Palestinian narrative, but doesn't mention Hamas. How do you respond to that? Should you have mentioned Hamas, and why not?
At the end of the autobiography of Frederick Douglass, when he's writing this and he's dying, or he's near the end of his life, and he says, my choice was to tell the story of the slave. The story of the masters has never wanted for narrators. I do not think that it is condemnations of Hamas that is in short supply. I don't think that's what we're missing. Mm-hmm. I do not think that we are missing arguments or justifications for Israeli governance and occupation. I think there's actually quite a bit of that in the world. It amazes me that I get asked that question by people, and actually not Ezra, who I exclude from this because he has done this, but from other sources that can't remember the last time they published a Palestinian writer or had a Palestinian on air to talk about anything. And you're questioning me, like one writer, the exclusion of Palestinians from the telling of what's happening over there is near total. On every network I've been in, I've asked over and over again, please name for me the major media organization that has a Palestinian bureau chief in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem. And then I asked, if we decided to tell the story of American racism or cover American racism, and our newspaper said, we are not hiring any black journalists to do that, would be a huge problem. Yet somehow this is okay. And I have a responsibility to people. And that responsibility comes from the stories I told, but it also comes from me as an American. Because everything I saw was made possible by my tax dollars. We are, when people say Israel has a right to defend itself, and all states defend themselves, we have the right also to ask what precisely is being defended.
Absolutely.
We have a right to, and we have responsibility to do that. We have responsibility to ask, what is that? Because what I saw was, again, you are defending a system in which one group of people enjoys total and complete citizenship and where another group doesn't. You are defending an occupation wherein one group of people has access to one kind of legal system and the other group of people have another access to a different kind of legal system. You are defending literal housing segregation. This is apartheid, man. This is segregation. So what am I, you want to talk to me about, like, I didn't, mention?